Hey Dmitry, this is the long-awaited Taurus V1 report. Sorry it took so long. I was just having to fix some stuff on my radio and stuff, and I was just out of the air for a bit. But anyways, some of the good stuff that I pointed out is that I really like the motor protection right here, and how it's I like how it's really thick on just like that right there. So when you take a hit to it, on the bottom you can see here it's harder to delaminate, because it's if it was pokey, right, like that, it would split way easier, since it's squared off. It doesn't delaminate nearly as easily or chip away. Another thing that I liked about it, that I noticed right from the start, is that it's super light. This build is just under 250 grams dry. Add a battery on that, it's 350 grams and you're flying. Also, so I've had no vibration issues, and I'm not even soft mounting anything. So yeah, there's not a lot of flex in the frame at all. So that's definitely an upside. I've taken some really good hits on this frame, and I haven't been able to break it, so that's also a good sign. And the carbon fiber is cut in the right direction, so I appreciate that. Some things that need improvement or to work on is the camera tilt. This is one of my main things that I dislike about this. The camera tilt only goes to about 50 to 55 degrees, and once you're past 45 degrees, you start seeing the red bar, and you see the corners, so that takes away a lot of the up tilt, and I run 65 degrees of up tilt, so I need that extra. I just move this bar back, or move it up, or maybe even down and back. Yeah. So another thing that is kind of tricky to do on this frame is with the cage design, it's kind of hard to work on the components without disassembling basically the whole thing. And when you want to change the ESC or something, it's either it's kind of tight to work in there, or you have to take out these 10 screws on all these standoffs and then notch it out kind of weird. So I think a good solution would be to maybe have a thing where it pops open and it hinges on the back. So this is some quick release mechanism, and it just hinges back. Yeah, so that would be a good idea. Another thing is M2 screws on a 5-inch quad doesn't go well. Yeah, so I wouldn't put M2 screws. I changed it to M3 immediately because I crashed it, and then these two bars, they pried apart right there, and that resulted in me breaking my FPV camera. So I just changed that to aluminum standoffs. Aluminum standoffs, don't use the nylon ones, because it'll save you a couple grams, but it's really not worth it, because you just end up breaking stuff. That was one of my first crashes, and I just broke a camera and kind of destroyed the whole thing. Okay, another thing is, this kind of relates to the M3 thing, is the arms wiggle, just how the floss does. See, just like that. And that wiggles maybe 2 centimeters, which is pretty drastic. What could you do to fix this? I think you could, if you can see right here, there's one screw that goes in right there, then the other screw goes in right there. I think you should extend this arm farther into the stack, and put it don't connect it to the stack, but put it farther in the frame, and then have another one deep inside there, so that you get as much leverage connected to the base plate as you can. Another solution would be to have only like 2 arms, so like to connect these 2 arms and have it like a U. I've seen, I don't know, you might get criticism, or you might like people might accuse you from like copying the floss, but that would definitely fix it. And there's room to do that. I can see there's room to connect it. It only needs to be like a thin bar, because it's not like, it doesn't structurally need it. It's just to stop the wiggling. What else? Okay, so the arms is the arms, I think you could make them a bit thinner, because you don't want to snap the, okay, I think this is 4mm and these are 2mm at the 2 base plates, and I would reduce the arms to 3mm, or make them thinner and maybe go 5mm arms, because you don't want to break the base plate, because that's just a pain, and yeah, people won't buy the frame again if they keep breaking the base plate, because that's just a hassle to have to rebuild the whole thing. What else? Yeah, just make the base plate either thicker or make the arms thinner. I like how it's a dual base plate design, because each base plate supports each other with the screws that are going in, so like they both bend together, and then it's like the steel supporting it too. But if you don't have strong screws, then that's kind of gonna let it all down. So I just switched to M3, and I think that problem will be fine. I think you should make a GoPro solution, because this is almost like perfect for a racing GoPro setup, HD setup, except I think you should cut out some notches, like right there and right there, and then put like a plate that goes in right there, and yeah, something like that can hold a GoPro. Just, yeah, so that something that people can design a 3D print file on their own, or you can offer that too, so that you can just fit a GoPro session on it. What else? Make sure if you do any changes on this, don't connect the arms to the stack, because that's definitely not what you want. And there's a bit of delamination, like in, which arm was it? It's in this arm, but it's not a big deal. I don't think, like, my floss, when I had my floss, it was delaminated way worse than this. I actually sold my floss to use this frame full time. Yeah, my floss had delamination issues, and the arms wiggled just as much. So I think if you fix those, this could even like top the floss. And yeah, it's a really nice frame. I'll show you a bit of how I used it. People might want to fit RunCam split or a mini size camera too, so maybe you want to optimize that, or maybe you just want to keep to micro size cameras, because that's good too, because I think most people prefer micro cameras, but you might want to optimize it for both types of users. There is enough room for stuff in the stack, so you don't need to raise this at all, the top part, because I have 3 stacks. I have the ESC, I have the flight controller, and I have a VTX, and it looks like it still has plenty of room to go. Yeah, I like how the battery strap fits in. This part back here I utilize because it's the exact same width as a HM DVR, and you can actually pop out the SD card from there, and it's pretty perfect. The Crossfire receiver, I just fit in back here, and the little axis I just taped to the frame here, and it's been working good. This on the bottom is my crossfire antenna. I kind of set it up like an Immortal T, and I've actually gone like a kilometer with this so far, with that setup, and yeah, no vibrations. The video is really smooth, easy to tune. That's really good. It's mainly just the camera. I think you could push this bar a little forward too, so it's got that range. I don't think you'll ever have to go that far back, like right there, but you never know. I think it should go like maybe half a centimeter higher, just so if people want to poke their camera out, they can, just in case they have field of view issues, because I need it on the farthest setting out, or else I can see the bars, because I'm running a 2.1 millimeter lens. So yeah, that's why I have it kind of sticking out like that. Yeah, that's not too much else. I like this bar right here, right there, because you can zip tie the battery lead to it, and it's got a nice hole for that, so it doesn't get chopped up and stuff. Yeah, so hope that helps you, and you can make some improvements on the frame. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some more stuff. I'll make another video if I come up with more stuff. If you have any questions, then let me know, and I'll do a report on specific questions. And I'll post a flight video in a different video. I'll post that unlisted too. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope that helped.